Ugh. Welcome back to Two Guys, One Pitch. We're back. Trying to get back into the swing of things. Trying
Slowly
to.
but surely.
Slowly but surely. Give us a break. Cut us some slack. We're getting into it.
Leave me alone. I'm starving.
You
We'll get
save
back
some
to
for us.
Oh, gone too soon.
Right?
Man,
Rip the Farley.
beautiful Wednesday afternoon.
Beautiful. Outstanding. Cloudy. We got a little rain over here. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally.
Rain tomorrow.
So, thank the gods for that. I think,
Drought.
they wanted to give us a little relief in between the first and second weekends of Rugby World Cup.
Shit.
Satisfy the U.S. fans because we're not fucking in it.
Yeah, that's very depressing. That's but luckily, I mean, so I was obviously pretty down, as people know from the last episode, laid off and looking for a new job. So it's been a rough past month, depressing, but talking to one of the guys from the U.S. team this weekend and saying, how it sucks to be a down and out. He goes, yeah, I'm pretty down too. Watching the World Cup not being in. I go, fuck, that puts things in perspective. Like,
Yeah, it really does.
I know I'll find something, a job here soon, but like not being in the World Cup and having to wait another 4 years, like, I mean, that's their job, right? That's their career right now. And so to have it's like if I had to wait another 4 years to
to
I
get
know
a
they
job.
play in MLR and stuff too, but it's just, that's got to be rough to sit there and watch. At least I don't have to watch the people that got jobs in front of me. Imagine if I had to go down to like the companies that didn't hire me and I have to watch the people like do the job I wanted.
That
So it
would
kind
be.
of puts it in perspective. I was like,
That does, man. That's rough, dude. That's rough.
And when I think about it like that, I was like, that fucking sucks, man. Like, that's got to be hard because you want to watch the World Cup because, I mean, that's your job. That's what you love. But then to not be in it, man, I can't imagine the feeling. I just feel for the guys. It sucks. It really sucks.
Yeah. Yeah,
it's tough. Especially if like
rough.
you see some of these teams that get blown out and you're like, fuck, dude, we could have at least done better than that. But like the path you have to take to get in like your pool or to get, to be the representative.
Which, not to bash any of the teams that are playing in the World Cup, but you could definitely see the differences in some of these games during the first week of teams that have well established history in rugby versus some of the newer countries or newer clubs.
Some
Qualifying
of them are pretty bad. It also depends, I guess, what pool you get. Like, for instance, Pool B has Ireland, and the point differential is like 74 points.
Yeah, they
yeah. So, I mean,
fucking that was Romania, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it was a rough one. Very rough.
Romania, Italy played Namibia. Am I saying that correct?
Yeah, Namibia.
Namibia.
52
that was another one.
Well, they started. Okay, so Friday we had the France-New Zealand one, which started off fantastic.
Whoa,
we'll just jump
talk
right
about
into
it
for those listeners.
Yeah, just jump right into it, man. That was I want to say that is what an amazing way to start the Rugby Cup with the host team and
that was
the All Blacks. Like, come on, it's just
wild.
Yeah,
that's crazy. I had France winning by only 7, but I mean to pull away with what they won by 14.
Yeah, I had the All Blacks for that one, but I think I put them winning by 12. I think, and it put them.
It was wild, man.
But yeah, I did not expect that score.
No, they had Francis is I say kicker. I don't know to say his position. I'm looking for him. So their fullback is their kicker. It's not usually number 10, but he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalty kicks. I mean, that's the dude's leg was lights out. So he had 2 tries in that match, and then the rest were 5 penalty kicks.
That guy was putting the boot to him.
Dude was dropping it. Then New Zealand
Literally.
had one guy had 2 tries, Mark Talay, and then Richie Mwanga had a penalty kick, I guess. Which Richie's not really their penalty kicker, but oh yeah, he is. He's number 10. I'm an idiot. I'm thinking of the old dude that plays for San Diego, Manu. No.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, who's not a
Yeah,
fly
yeah.
half.
I
And
was
with
sitting there, I
these
was like,
names,
what?
I always get them sometimes confused. I know when I set my
Wait,
fantasy draft for New Zealand, I tried to put I put every Barrett brother in the thing that's like, you're maxed out. I was like, okay, can't put all the Barrett brothers in there.
I was gonna pick him in that fantasy draft, but I was like, I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something new. Pick
Yeah,
some off people. See if there's any good
I did have a
surprises.
few. But I mean, that one screwed me. I had Bowden in there, and I don't know how I got him selected as kicker, but I'm never gonna win. It can't be as bad as my fantasy football, where I had 2 of my first and second round draft picks went out this weekend with torn Achilles. So at least in Rugby
Oh,
World Cup, I have had no injuries on the people I picked.
yeah,
So. But yeah, that match was that was a great match, man. They had I'd say fairly close in meters run. France had 449, New Zealand had 631.
yeah,
Even France had more missed tackles. France had 32 missed tackles to New Zealand's 16, but France just looked solid, man.
yeah. They did. They're
They
gonna.
look good. Home
I see
field
them going pretty
advantage.
far
I
in
mean,
this.
it was nice. And Saturday had blowout Saturday, pretty much almost, except for the last one. But Italy, as we said, blew out Namibia. Namibia.
Namibia.
Geography nerds gonna come at me on that one for fucking that pronunciation up.
Yeah,
They had a lot of tries. Italy had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tries. They're and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they had 7 conversions on their tries. So you got all of them.
yeah, they did.
I think I'm gonna put him on my fantasy this weekend. Let me note that. Let me write that name down.
It's
I'm putting him down.
they're back.
Tommaso Allen.
Yeah, that guy.
Let me see what position. Yeah, that dude, a fullback as well. Huh. Okay. I'm just so used to thinking 10s are the kickers, but
I went and looked at I cheated because in the fantasy thing,
cheater. Yeah.
you can go and look at other people's teams and see
Oh,
how you
can
matched
you?
up against them. Yeah.
Did you?
So
Who'd you go look at?
I went to go look at Zach's team because I was like, how do you get? He had like 20 points
Oh,
over
you
me
went and
on the
looked at the
back line.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I should have just went and looked at Brendan's. I'm gonna compare Brendan's and Zach and just make a team out of both of theirs, since they
There you
both
go.
are the
Make the comparison.
foreigners that actually follow World Rugby a lot closer.
Actually, yeah. But yeah, he played that
Yeah,
Italian guy. I was like, how did he know that? Like, I guess when you know,
their
you know.
fullback. I mean, that's why he made all. So he made 1 penalty kick and then 7 conversions.
Yeah.
That's like in American football, your kicker making like 6 field goals to win the game. Like there's no
Crushing it.
Yeah, so obviously that one was a blowout. Then you had the mega blowout of Ireland and Romania, which we all saw coming. I mean, I put Ireland winning that, but I didn't put
By
70
that
something
much.
points as the spread. Yeah.
I put in my head, I was like, these guys are both like, they're both qualifying teams. Like, I know Ireland's going to win, but I mean, they're still playing at that high level. Like, I was like, it's going to be 21 points. It's got to be. Like, I see
They
3
had 4
tries.
guys score at least 2 tries. And this is the one I'm gonna keep harping on this. Pissed me off. I had Johnny Sexton as my damn kicker, and I don't know how it put Bowden Barrett as my kicker. I'm gonna chalk it up to using this app for the first time, but I'm so pissed because I would be so far ahead. Yeah, Sexton had 2 tries and he had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 conversions.
Yeah. He was killing it.
Just freaking killed it. At least Romania scored a try.
Yeah, at least they
They
scored.
scored
And
it
I
in the
wonder,
first 3 minutes, which I'm sure they scored first, which put them on a high that just only came down from there. But
I wonder if this is gonna be like the biggest point spread that we're gonna see for them the rest of the tournament.
It has to be. Their pool is just because I mean, Pool A is insane,
Yeah.
and then Pool B is just meh. But yeah, that was 82-8 is fucking wild. Then Australia beat Georgia, which I mean that was kind of obvious. I thought they'd win by a little bit more than that. In this one again, I think this is, I say the other guys I'm gonna choose as like my kicker or whatever. I think I'm gonna use Australia's, even though he had less. The dude just it was their fullback again. So it's 3 teams in a row that used their fullback. But Donaldson had 2 tries, 3 conversions on the tries, and then 3 penalty kicks. The dude was like MVP.
Yeah.
He was everywhere. That dude just looked amazing. I'm probably gonna use him as my kicker.
You're gonna trade him out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think you can change it each weekend, right?
So it's how you do make that initial pick of all those
Yeah.
players.
You
So
have a
that's
couple
like your
out.
set team, right?
I
And
can't
then
change
you
my
pick,
kicker?
and then you pick. No, yeah, you can change like your captain and kicker and all that shit.
Okay. That's about.
But
Oh, man.
that original group you pick is like the people you pick from. But I think you can
Okay.
trade. I think you could trade like 4 players or something a
Okay.
week.
At least I have Sexton in there. I didn't have Donaldson. Let me see if I can get Donaldson to drop somebody. But so yeah, Donaldson just dominated that one. They were even on stats. I mean, fairly even besides like meters run. But I mean, that was
Yeah,
Georgia didn't like just lay down to Australia. There was the last game on Saturday was the England Argentina. So
I think
I think that's the one I picked Argentina to win. I thought
I picked
Argentina was going to
Argentina.
upset.
I thought Argentina was going to get that.
Yeah,
I
there
was
was
uh, I was a little shocked.
England had a red card. Oh, I forgot about that. There was no tries. You had what is this icon? What is that?
New icon.
I don't know what ESPN. I don't know what that. Do we have a legend to like use?
Espen.
Yeah, there's not a legend. Like they have an icon for the conversion, penalty, and try, but I don't know what this. Hold up, let me throw on the spectacles.
Oh, that red card
It
was
has a
on
foot
the.
kicking a ball, but I don't know what that means. Oh, that's a drop goal. I bet.
Oh, cool.
I bet that's a drop goal. Has to be. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Oh, I didn't know the icon for
Tom
drop goals. That's pretty cool.
Tom Curry, the flanker from England's the one that got that red card.
Yeah.
He
3
got a
minutes in. Fucking wild.
2-match ban.
Was that
So
the
he's
one with
out
the
for.
busted open forehead? There was one where like they clashed heads and like it was blood everywhere. I don't remember what match it was in. It was
They're
nasty.
showing the point of contact here, and it looks like he like chinned the guy.
Like the guys went up for a jump ball on a kick. He was coming down like they hit eyebrow to like forehead, and one of
Yeah,
the dudes gushing blood everywhere. It was pretty wild.
yeah, that was it.
Yeah, they had no tries in that one, but Ford had. All right, if you're listening to this and you're doing fantasy, maybe you want to add Ford as your excuse me, kicker. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 penalty kicks, 3 drop goals.
3
That's
drop goals.
he was responsible for all the points England got.
England.
I'm assuming that's what that is. It's a drop. It's a foot with a ball. And I remember somebody having like 3 drop goals in the match. Like they were just like dropping it. I
Drop
was
it
like,
like it's
what the?
hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Let me look at the match stats. I'm sure that's what that.
The little foot with the ball.
Yeah, because I don't know what else it
Football.
would be. It has to be. Let me go back. So he was sole responsible for all the points that England scored. Let me see here. What's this game? Yeah. So he said the drop goals are always planned. It's a great weapon for us. Ford said. Okay, so yeah, he had 3 drop goals. That's crazy. 1, 2, 3,
That
4,
is.
5. So 6 penalty kicks and 3 drop goals. So he was in charge for all That's what I was saying about American football. When you're like field goal kicker, like nobody scores touchdown, you just win it because your field goal kicker did all the work.
It
Dang,
was
if you
like,
had him on your fantasy,
what was that fucking dude? Oh, the New England Patriots kicker. Like
Vinatieri,
10 years ago.
was it Vinatieri? No,
It was kind of like Gronkowski, but it wasn't.
I know you're talking about, but I can't
You know
remember.
what I'm talking about?
Vinatieri was Colts.
That dude was just like he was always putting them in.
Yeah, I can't remember his name. I know you're talking about.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I barely caught most of that game. And Sunday was your closer games. Well, except for Japan
well,
and
not
Chile,
really.
but
Japan.
Japan.
Japan's showing out strong again.
Yeah, they 42-12. They beat Chile hands down.
Which, like, good for Japan. Like
Yeah,
they showed out
they've been
strong
slowly
last
up and coming.
last World Cup. They made it to what, the semifinals? Not semifinals, quarterfinals.
Yeah, they made it
I
farther than
think.
I think they'd ever made it.
Yeah.
But I think they added some Polynesians to their team.
And this year they're doing pretty good. So
South Africa, Scotland was a defensive match.
that I really thought that game would be higher scoring
Yeah,
for South Africa.
they had 2
That's for
tries.
sure.
Scotland had no tries, just 1 penalty kick.
No.
Hey, but the flanker for South Africa got me some points. He got a try.
Oh, did he?
Pieter Steph Dutoit. I fucked your name all up, dude.
Detroit.
Pieter Steph Dutoit. It sounds French to me, but he's South African. When I think of South African, I think of the Henkel Hammer Scheisses and, the Scheisses and all those,
Yeah.
the Sabercats.
The Dutch.
Yeah. All the Sabercat names. Just go, look at the Sabercats roster. I'm not going to go on a tangent, but I was about to go on another tangent about Sabercats and their new president, which is a good tangent, but
African.
he's completely revamped that team already.
Already?
So before you go to their website, they had no pictures, like the staff, like nothing. Now there's like pictures of every new staff member. They've added new members. They're constantly out doing stuff in the community and posting about it. So it's like he's already.
I think that's more. That's more. Did they get a new media person, like a media director?
They got a new.
I don't think that'd be on the president.
Like,
he's just like gutted it.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, not gutted everybody, but he had a lot to the staff, and you can tell he's just coming in, but we're changing all this. Anyway, that's a side note, but yeah, good for him. And then let's see. After South Africa was the final one, which is one of the greatest matches of the weekend, opening weekend, shall we say, was Wales and Fiji. Everybody was talking about.
Absolutely.
Although that was some controversy that Javi was talking about before we went live of the penalties. I need to go back and rewatch it, but yeah, it's
a little blindsided there on the refs.
The Sirs were favoring Wales.
You know what? I think we need to bring on a ref. We need to bring on a ref next week. We know a handful of them, so we'll bring them on and see if they can give some more insight on that game.
To what you were talking about, right?
Listen to these stats. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
No, when you look at these stats, you're like,
you look at the stats and
penalties did play. So
when I saw that,
Wales had 86 runs to Fiji's 176.
Almost 100 more, dude.
Meters run 396 for Wales, 655 for Fiji. Clean breaks are even, 6 and 6. Tackles, 253 tackles by Wales to 70 for Fiji. 253.
You know that Welsh squad is just wore out, dude. I couldn't imagine having
tackles. 34 Wales, 23 Fiji. So Fiji even had less missed tackles. Turnover knock on 7 Wales, 18 Fiji. So that one hurt them. But so you had 61 possession to Wales' 39, territory 65 Fiji to Wales' 30. I mean, That's wild.
I feel like we spent half that game watching Fiji at the 5 meter line to score a try.
I mean, you
And then
look at
to
those
end,
stats, and if you didn't look at the score, you'd say, "Oh, Fiji must have won."
like
No,
it,
and then you go to the card gate. We'll say card gate, penalty gate of Fiji. What they say? Fiji got like
he got a yellow card
yeah, I'm looking at it.
for, it was
Their
on the
number
five
7
meter.
flanker. Yeah,
I forgot what it was for
like
though. It
what they
was
got a
like,
yellow card for. Wales had basically got a slap on the wrist for. Is what they were saying.
yeah. And it was off. Was it offside? No, it wasn't. Was it
I don't remember
offsides?
what it was. No, that was there was an offsides in question on the South Africa match
Oh, okay. That's what. Yeah, I'm mixing that
about
up.
the dude's knee being down, and if his knee was down, then a tackle that's considered like a tackle made, so he has to get back on side or whatever. But yeah, I kind of want to go rewatch the Wales Fiji match.
Yeah,
I
that'd be
watched the
something to
first half. I
review.
didn't watch the second half.
Yeah,
So I
if
think
you
out
got
of
an
all of
opinion
them,
on it, shout it out.
if you didn't watch the matches out of all of them, go back and watch the opening match and the closing match. France and New
Yeah.
Zealand, Wales and Fiji. Those are two best matches to me.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Pretty good. I want to go back and watch the penalties. The controversy.
Now I'm trying to find the damn meme because it was like so great. The meme for the Fiji game. It's just, oh my god, where's it at, dude? I'll have to
It's
find it.
wild. I mean, the stats are just not what you expect when it's a one score game difference in the end. And then you look at the stats and you go, what the?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
that's I watched the game and I was like that sucks for Fiji. And then they put that stat thing up at the end of the game and I was like, what the fuck? What?
I mean, it's like they just got to the try line every time and either turned it over or got carded or penalized. It's like to have that kind of incredible stats and not have a W to show for it is got to be frustrating to them, but it just makes you go, okay, what else was going on in that game?
I mean, we were texting during the game, and I'm like, dude, Welsh's defense, it's like a wall. Like Fiji's there, they're there, and they just can't get it. It's a wall. And I should have been like looking more at it, going, oh, it's a wall because these Welsh guys are offsides.
Yeah.
And the ref's not calling it. Now that would make sense, if you get, you get a foot.
To call anything against Wales, apparently.
Yeah,
like it's the rumor on the street. That's the scuttlebutt.
The scuttlebutt.
We're gonna dive into our picks for the weekend. Now we did make picks this past weekend, but we didn't record. I went 7 for 8. To Moan.
I did 5 for 8. Did not do well.
I had three extra points covered because of I got within the spread right.
I was gonna say, did you get within the spread of any of them?
Yeah, 3 of them I did. 3 of them I didn't. Yeah. Obviously not.
So
Ireland.
Those that are listening, we are on this app called Super Brew.
I keep
Super
Brew.
Super Brew. And it's like a fantasy app where you can do like I guess it's a free ad for them now. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
But it's just like we opened up like a fantasy league for some people that we invited out to. And then there's also a option to do like picks for games. You're going to pick the winners and then you can pick a point spread. So that's what we're talking about when we talk about the fantasy or our points.
I stand corrected. I lied. I forgot on that last match I had picked Fiji. So I was 6 for 8. See? I'm an honest man, guys.
You're an honest man. I didn't get any of the point differentials.
Yep. Damn. 6 for 8. Ain't bad. All right. Let's do this. Well, let me go back to my games here coming up. So, first match is tomorrow. Nicely. Tomorrow afternoon at 2. So you got games Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or matches, wherever you want to say it. Here in America, we'll say games, matches.
Matches. Sit.
France, Uruguay.
France. versus Uruguay.
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 Uruguay,
Uruguay.
which is English
Uh,
for Uruguay.
I would like to see. I mean, Uruguay's not going to win this. I don't want to.
So,
I don't. Wanna, I don't want to sound shitty, but like, given last week, and I'm not digging on Uruguay's fucking rugby team. Like they made it to the World Cup. Good for them, right?
yeah,
But you're going up against a team that they're a well-established rugby program, and they play in. You got players that play all
yeah,
over the world. You got
just beat New
dude,
Zealand.
and then they play also they play international teams year round. Everybody on those teams.
Uruguay. Oh, and they must have had a bye week. They didn't play last weekend.
No, they didn't play last week.
That's right.
So I
I'm picking France. I mean, I'm not. All right, France just beat New Zealand. You think I'm gonna pick against them against Uruguay? It's not happening.
now here's the question: what's the margin of winning on that?
Are we picking that too?
I mean, I'm going for that. I mean, France. Yeah, we know France is going to win. Do you think it's going to be? I'm going to say it's a blowout.
I mean, I'm gonna say by
I'm doing.
30.
I did, I did 34 points.
Did you do 34?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, I'll say 30. All right, you're down for 34. All right, this next one's gonna be tough. This one's gonna be a hard one to pick. New Zealand versus Namibia.
Yeah.
It's a tough
New
one.
Zealand's coming off a loss, man. I don't know. They recover.
I'm gonna go New Zealand.
Both these guys are coming off of losses. By 50? Yep. You think this is gonna be like? Is Namibia gonna be that team where just everybody just fucking shits on?
Well, I think Namibia is screwed because New Zealand just lost and they're pissed. Yeah. And the last thing I'd want to face is a pissed off Kiwi on a rugby pitch. So
fair.
I mean,
50. You said 50 points.
I said 50 because they need points. They got to get points back. They just lost to France. They're pissed off. If you don't think they're not going to come out and just try to stomp a mud hole in Namibia just to make a statement and get points back, that's how I'm getting to 50 is because if New Zealand would have came off a win, I think they still beat Namibia, but losing to France on the opener, they're going to be so angry.
69 points.
He hit him with the 69.
Hit him with the 69.
Hey, you know what? If Ireland can win by 70 something, 69 is possible.
69 is possible. I'm hitting with 69. Let's go.
Anything can happen. All right. Samoa and Chile.
I think this is going to be a tight game. I'm pulling for. I mean, yeah, I want to see the Islander boys pull it out, man.
All right, you're going Samoa.
I'll go Samoa. But I'm not going to.
This one's tough, man.
This is tough. I'm going to go Samoa by 10.
Yeah, I'm going Samoa. I hate to pick the same picks, but like.
Who Chile played Japan last week, right?
Hold on, let me look.
Yeah. Yeah, they played Japan.
Yeah, they lost Japan 42-12. I think.
So I feel like, Samoa, like they played on the. I don't remember them in the World Cup last year or last time.
I think they were in it.
Did they qualify last year or not last year? I say last year, but you know what I mean.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Samoa by 7.
By 7?
Yeah.
It's a close one.
All right. Wales, Portugal. Wales, Portugal.
I don't want to pick Portugal on like pure like fuck you, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like
anything can happen.
I'm going Portugal, man.
I'm going Portugal. Portugal too.
Oh, I was gonna say
Zach's gonna hate us. Zach's gonna hate us.
Zach's gonna hate us. Zach, thanks for sponsoring from Egos.
We're going to get your country. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh man, yeah, I'm gonna go Portugal.
I think this is going to be a surprising game, and I'm going to say Portugal by 18 points.
What?
I think this is going to be a big spread.
I say 5.
Because I think right now all eyes are going to be on Wales because they got all those like. I got to go back and rewatch that game, but with everybody saying like the ref's going to be like, I'm really going to watch Wales now, and it's the Wales. I feel like this game, Wales is going to be pulling a lot of penalties. Or the refs are going to be they're going to be more stricter on the Welsh team.
Here's a tough one: Ireland and Tonga.
Irish boys.
Who you're picking? Yeah,
I already picked them. They're going to win, dude. They're going to win.
Here's the tough part: point spread.
Is it?
I mean,
is it going to be another blowout?
A 70-something, 74 against Romania.
And they're going against Tonga?
Yep.
I feel like Tonga, they got more size, so they can't really bulldoze through them. I think this is going to be a tighter, but it's still going to be like, it's not going to be as big of a point spread as Romania. But I think it's still going to be like,
I'm going 42.
I'm going to say, you're going 42? All right, yeah. I'm going 20. I'm going slower than that. I'm going 28. Ireland by 28.
Oh, now
that might be low ball.
42 is wrong, but I'm gonna stick with 42. I said it. I'm gonna
stick with your guns, dude. Stick with your guns.
South Africa.
42 is the answer to life.
We have 3 matches on Sunday: South Africa and Romania.
I mean, we know who's gonna win.
Yeah. South Africa.
Do I feel like this is going to be a close game? I feel, yeah. I'm
going 17.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I'm just going to play it. We're going to let it ride. We're letting it ride high.
Yeah, let it ride.
Let it ride high, dude. Let's go. I don't want to say 69 again. I feel like we're going to overplay that one out. I'll do a 50 pick. I'll do a 50 pick.
50 spot. All right.
I'll do a 50 spot.
I feel like my 17's too low.
Now it's just a game. Now I'm just going to start picking way off.
These last two, I don't think you're going
to.
Yeah, I know, right? I feel like you just went like so far different from me to make me feel like I'm wrong. These last 2 matches are not going to be easy picks. I don't think. Australia, Fiji.
I don't think.
Be careful, Brendan's listening.
Right. Yeah. So I think this game can go either way. I do feel like my heart is going because I do feel for the Fiji boys and I want them to win because I'm a sucker for an underdog team, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you see when they posted that like clip on the internet where they're all like bind up in arms and they're climbing up the hill together.
Oh yeah.
And they're singing the fucking national anthem. I was like, damn, that's badass, dude. Hell yeah. So like, these guys, they put in the work and they won it and then they get fucked over. So, but like Australia, man, they got, once again, it's just one of those like set in stone programs that's been around forever. And it's not like they got a shit team. Like they're going to make them work for it.
Yeah. They got a new coach.
They got the guy, Eddie, whatever his name is. I forgot his last name.
Eddie Money. I don't forget his last name.
Eddie Money. I mean, he worked with Japan. He worked with England.
Are you trying to talk yourself out of picking Australia?
I think I am. I'm gonna.
I picked Fiji.
You go. So I'll pick Australia. I'll go Australia.
I'll make it easy for you.
I'll go Australia by 18. I don't see this being a close. I think it's going to be. I was like, I think it's going to be one of those games where it's just like at the beginning it's going to be close, and then whatever team just has the steam for it
I'm going
and
Fiji
keeps
by
it
3.
running. I think
It's
it's
going to
either
come down
Australia or
to a
Fiji's going to take it.
conversion kick or penalty kick.
I don't see it. I don't see it being close. I see it being like
I see it being close.
it's going to be one of those games where they're just like, "Fuck, are they really beating us?" And then they just won't be able to gain momentum. Whoever's losing is not going to gain momentum back, and it's just going to be tries,
I
tries
think
every
it's going
like
to be
15 minutes
I think it's going
in
to
the
be back and
second
forth.
half, for sure.
All right. Last match. This one. So England and Japan. And when you look at, on the ESPN app, they put the last 5. So the last 5 matches, they have like W's or L, like listing like their last match, how they did. They're both identical. WLLWL. So they're about same boat here.
They're given that they got the past results for the last 2 times they met, England and Japan. And
If
England
it's
has
the
won
last
both
time they met or
times.
just the last time they played.
No, the last time they played against each other.
Is that what it is?
That's what I got here on mine. I'm using the app for it. So they got.
Oh, you're right. No.
So when they met
Okay, so on ESPN, they just do it as the last time they played. So your app doesn't
in
do it.
general,
Yeah. So
and of
England
course they
beat
haven't put out lineups
Argentina.
yet. So I don't.
This one, it's a tough one, man. I don't feel comfortable with either pick, to be honest. I mean,
I feel pretty. I feel pretty
Martin
solid,
Mullins.
just because I do. I've been digging Japan since the last World Cup, so I feel comfortable saying Japan's gonna win. Not to mention that I'm sure like half their fucking roster is English anyway. So
Yeah, English or Polynesian. I'm gonna ride with Japan too.
yeah,
I'm gonna vote for the anti-red.
even though I really enjoy watching England's lock play number 4, Itoje, something like that. Itoje,
Iote,
Itohe,
Itohe.
Itohe.
In Mexico, that'd be Itohe. All
They're
right.
gonna be like,
Point
Maro
differential.
Itohe.
What's your point spread?
That guy.
I'm going 10.
I was gonna say I think that one's gonna be a close one. I'm gonna go 12.
12,
I'm right
he
on
says.
it. 12.
All right, we got it.
Oh,
So the only
just like the years I like my
on,
whiskey.
we're only different on Australia and Fiji.
Yeah. You know what?
Oh, come on, Crawdad.
I'm crawling.
Yeah,
I'm going back.
Go ahead.
I'll switch it up, man. Put me down
No,
for
you don't have.
England. I'm going
Okay.
England.
You feel
I'm
bad
going
for
England.
Carl? All right.
No, I don't feel bad for Carl. I want to see my boy. I want to see fucking. I like that lock, dude. I'm a player
You want to
person.
keep 12-point spread?
Do I want to keep a 12-point spread on that?
You want to give Japan 12 points?
I'm gonna bump down to. Do I want to bump down? That shows my confidence in this pick, man. It's not.
You
It's
don't
not
have
a
any
good
confidence
confident
in this pick.
England. Yeah, fuck England by 12. We'll keep it the same.
I'm gonna put Japan by 1,776.
What? Just do something ridiculous.
1776.
Fuck it.
Back in 1775, my Marine Corps gave a life. What makes the grass grow? Blood, blood. All right. That's our picks. This can be a good Sunday. The last 2 matches on Sunday are going to be freaking great. They're going to end that Australia, Fiji, England. Those are going to be some good ones. You got some
They really are going to be
middle. Well, the first 2 are going to be blowouts for sure. I feel like France and Uruguay and New Zealand, Namibia. And then The rest
I
could be
think the
pretty,
Wales,
well, Ireland and
the
Tonga, I think
Wales,
not blowout, but that one's gonna be obvious.
yeah, Wales Portugal game is gonna be solid to watch, and then the
Yeah,
Sunday games are gonna be good to watch.
yeah. Well, I mean, South Africa's gonna beat Romania, obviously, but
Yeah, the Sunday afternoon games.
Sunday's gonna be a great day. Yeah, the bounce in between. I'm gonna have it going like I did last time with my iPad and the TV, just watching football, and
They kind of spread them out. Oh, yeah, because you're watching football.
definitely not watching the
Foosball,
Aggies. Fucking assholes.
foosball's for the devils. Oh man, I have a friend who's an
Oh,
avid Aggie fan.
bro. Third quarter, I threw off everything Aggie. I took my ring off, my shirt, my hat. I just, I love Maggie's. I'll still support them, but I'm tired of every year spending the off season getting hyped up. You had the number one recruiting class just to go and play like ass every single year for a coach that you gave like $70 million to. Get the fuck
Yeah,
out of here, man. Every year. Every year it's the same old thing. And then to get torched in the secondary every single year for like the last decade that I can remember. Don't even get me started, man. I
it's
love
so
Aggies.
great.
I love A&M. I love being an Aggie. But good God, I'm tired of being disappointed and let down. Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
it's so depressing. And then to top it off this weekend, obviously, like I said, I had two fantasy people that drafted in rounds like 1 and 2 go down with torn Achilles out for the year. I was like, well, it's just not a great weekend. So, and then the kicker messed
Uh,
up on my rugby fantasy, screwed me. So I can only go up from here. The bar is low. It's only up from
there's
here
only
this
one
weekend.
way,
It's
and that's up.
only up. I'm looking
You got
positive. I'm staying positive. We're going up.
talking about Saturday too. You got the America U.S. versus Toussaint game.
Stay. I can never ever pronounce it. Hold on.
Stay Toussaint.
Stay. Voulez-vous coucher
Omelette,
moi ce soir? Ce soir?
omelette du
Let
fromage.
me look it up right now to give everybody the deets.
Petit elite elites.
Um, yeah, but I think it was you who said it's like kind of crappy that the French team has to leave the World Cup and come over here and play. It's like, don't they want to stay there? And like, I mean, I get it.
Yeah,
They
like
want to play, obviously, but
I mean, that'd been kind of cool if they said, "U.S. We will host you over here
yeah, why don't
in
you come over
France,"
here? You know,
and then they could like run. They could play a game on like fucking Wednesday or some shit, and then go watch the World Cup games. Like
right?
World Cup, and then you keep a game on Wednesday to keep everybody hyped about rugby, and then World Cup the second weekend. Like it's just keep the
Yeah.
flow going.
Okay, so they're playing in Utah this Saturday. Um, no, I don't want tickets. I just want to see. Oh, for the love of goodness!
I
Hey,
think
USA
I can
Rugby.
convince I
You
can
know what?
convince
I don't want
Bailey
to
to
harp
go
on it because I
watch
found
that
out
game.
that the person who does the social media and like all the stuff for USA Rugby, he does it for USA Rugby men's, USA Rugby women's, USA Rugby men's sevens, women's sevens, the Hawks, all of them is one person.
One person.
One person. You talk about being overloaded. One person does it all.
I
One
can't even run our
person.
own. I can't even run our own
I
fucking
know.
Twitter, dude.
It's
And
one
I'm not.
person. So they play in French champions Stade Toulousain. Toulouse. Guys, look, I'm not going to pronounce this right. Stade
To the song.
Toulousain. Toulousain in Utah. Stade Toulousain at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, which I believe is 9 p.m. Central Time, if I'm
To the song.
correct. It's on FS2 or the Rugby Network. Yeah, it can be a good match. I think for sure on that one.
Yeah. When do
Stade
they?
Toulousain.
Are they putting out the roster here pretty soon?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for right now. So here we go. 33 named to the men's Eagles play pool in Utah. This was Friday the 8th, so it doesn't say who the starters are, but this says who the 33 will be. So you've got pretty
Keep
much
your eyes
all
open. Keep your
MLR
eyes
except
open.
for Sam Gall is definitely starting. There's no doubt.
Sam Gall.
I asked Paul what he thought about him. Say he's good guy, good young dude. Obviously has a bright future. So
I'm gonna print out a picture of him and then put like a bunch of like candles around him
nice.
in the background.
It's my shrine to Sam Galla.
It's my
Galla
Sam.
shrine.
It's my
Galla
shrine.
Galla Galla. Did you see that Sabercats dude they drafted? Showed up
Oren.
showed up for the first time or whatever came. I think.
Yeah. They did like a media thing. That's
Yeah.
that's the Woodlands guy.
Yep.
Oren Bison. Bishner. Oh, now I'm fucking it up. Sorry.
Orville Redenbacher or something like that.
This is the guy we're supposed to watch and we don't remember his name. We're shitty ass fucking people.
I've got. It's not that. It's just like all the names I try to remember because this weekend was the first weekend of fantasy football, fantasy rugby. You've got rugby, college football, NFL,
Oren
follow
Visor.
baseball. There you go.
Oren Visor. I had to open up Instagram. And of course, every time I hit the search, it's like a gamble. What am I going to see? Tits? Am I going to see rugby videos?
Dude, Instagram
and now I got food videos popping up.
It's got like death on there, nudity. It's become like faces of death. Like anything goes now.
Throwback. Faces of death.
Instagram is just it's a free for all. So seeing how to pronounce Stades whatever. I saved the video. Hold on. Thought I saved it. Give me. Oh, so you know what? I did my name for my fantasy football. Utah get me 2 because I've won 1 championship and I want the second one.
Hell yeah.
Utah get me 2. Hold on. Where's videos? I had saved this and I remember now I saved it to. Okay, so Paul did a promo for the match, and if you're tell me if you can hear this. So he's going to pronounce it perfectly.
Paul Mullen here with the USA Eagles and the Utah Warriors. I'm here in the Algarve in the south of Portugal. Beautiful beaches, beautiful place, and all around fantastic vibes. However, I do miss a clean, fresh Utah mountain.
What? Why did it not play the whole thing? Damn it. He pronounces the team name obviously perfectly, and I'd saved it. I guess it didn't save the whole video. Well, that's a bummer.
Is it on the Instagram?
I think so. But he says it like him saying the name versus me butchering it is so night and day. There's no way. Oh, here we go. I found it. All right. All right, let me fast forward. Here we go.
Anyways, America's first field, Salt Lake City. USA Eagles play Stade Toulousain. Get your tickets.
Stade Toulousain.
Stade Toulousain.
He says it obviously perfectly, but Stade Toulousain. We keep saying Stade. Stade Toulousain. Stade Toulousain. There we go. All right, for those of you that just wasted 8 minutes of us trying to figure out how to pronounce France's team. There you go.
Stade Toulousain.
Stade Toulousain.
Toulousain.
It's like when I worked at Air Liquide and we had a girl that worked with us. It's a French company, obviously, and me and the girl I had next to always drank LaCroix. And so we brought it in, and like she had overheard us. She goes, "What?" And I said, "LaCroix." She goes, "It's La Croix." And I go, "Well, I never would have guessed that by the way they spelled it." But
I always thought it was LaCroix.
La Croix, and I go, "How do you get croix from Croix?" So anytime I see a French word, I'm like, "There's no way I'm gonna pronounce this right because I'm gonna mess it up." Stade Toulousain. If you say it real fast, just Stade Toulousain. There we go. Anyway, Saturday night. Which is good because I think so obviously the World Cup games usually end early afternoon. So you just roll right from World Cup. Yep, last World Cup game's at 2. So after that's over, you get a little break. You can eat, kiss and hug your family for a little bit. You know, tell them you love them, but you got more rugby to watch.
Disappear into the cave again.
Yep, go back to it. That's what my wife is. She goes, "How long's the World Cup?" It's like a week or 2, right? I go, "Oh no, it's like a month."
It's a long time.
Yeah. It's like, oh, great.
So I told Bailey on Saturday, I was like, or no, Sunday when we got back,
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it's time to watch rugby. And she's like, what do you mean? I said, oh, she goes, weren't you watching it yesterday at the Rabbit Show? I said, yeah, that was just a couple games. We got more games today.
Yeah. Unless you're married to a rugger, they're like, oh, great.
Oh, yeah.
Like, hey.
It's like, I
Every
can compare,
4 years.
I'd easily compare like World Cup to like college game day.
Yeah.
Like if you're really into college football, you watch college football all day on Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, really, I watch every single match. So I have my iPad charged up, and it's like, oh, the kids want to play. And I'm like, yeah, why don't y'all play y'all's Minecraft or Slime Rancher or play Switch, and then we'll do this. And then I'm like, sorry, it's World Cup. It's every 4 years. Like, so NFL, I don't really watch. So it's like I pay attention to it because of fantasy, but I don't have like I don't care as much. College, I watch the Aggies. That's it. I pay attention to it more, just the scores. But rugby, I want to watch it. I want to watch the whole thing, And it's easier sometimes, I say, too, because there's no commercials and all that stuff. I mean, like, there are very few. But
They're very brief, though.
Yeah, it's like if you tell your wife I want to watch an NFL game, you're out for the next 4 hours. If you want to watch a rugby match, it's like you're out for the next 2 maybe.
2 hours.
And now with World Cup, it's different because it's match after match. But like, there's a couple. I don't want to watch the blowouts. I'll peek at them every now and then and have it on, but I'm not going to sit and watch all of Ireland's 70-something point blowout. But like the France New Zealand or ones that are like, I'm like, it's going to be close. I want to watch the whole match, But
yeah,
I don't know. So rugby wives, if you're complaining, it could be worse. NFL games are a lot longer. A lot of commercials.
Could be every year.
A lot of timeouts, reviewing plays. The last 2 minutes take 45 minutes sometimes. Not in rugby.
So a lot of shitty beer commercials.
Yeah. Look at the bright side.
The beer commercials aren't like they used to be. The old frogs.
Bud. Wise? Bud? Wise? I remember the Three Frogs.
The frogs were great.
Used to be great.
My mother-in-law tagged me in she posted an old Lone Star commercial from like the 70s. And it's like,
I bet that was
when you want to. Yeah, it was great because it
like
shows like
where,
cowboys
drinking in the car with no seatbelts and stuff. Like it was. There's one I saw, an old one. It was like
I haven't seen that one.
I was like, this can't this is satire, right? And then you look like, oh no, this is real.
Yeah, like drinking and driving was like socially acceptable 50 years ago.
Exactly.
Think about that.
And then
natural.
That and I look, and now you don't have memories. Usually you don't develop memories before 5, 7 years old. But I try to think back and I go, I don't remember ever being in a car seat. I don't have any memories of me being in a car seat.
I remember being in a car seat, but I also remember like unbuckling myself out of a car seat and walking around the car.
Yeah, I don't ever remember being in a car seat. Ever. I remember just sitting in a seat with a seatbelt, but I do not remember a car seat. And I'm like, what was I in? What was I doing? Was I just roaming around? I was probably like laying on the floor. I remember taking naps like in the floorboard and stuff, and it's like,
yeah,
nobody cared.
Nobody cared, dude. My parents had a 4Runner, and I would jump the seat into the back and like lay down or play. Like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
You remember the old wagons that they had the whole back area where it's like just a pallet for kids to just free range kids, dude. Oh man!
Right next to that damn window.
Yeah. Free range kids. Not and now, anymore. Like my kid is 6 years old. Well, he's in a harness, like a booster, and he's not in a harness anymore. But so my youngest one that's in a harness, he's 4, and still to this day for 4 years now, and even 5 years before the other one moved up, or 6 years, I'm still putting them in the 4-point harness and like doing a 2-finger check, making sure the tightness on his chest is exactly right. Meanwhile, when I was a kid, I was just walking around the back of the car and sleeping in the floorboards.
Your parents just throw you in the car. Sit down.
Oh, how times have changed.
It's like getting on an airplane. Sit down, stay buckled till we reach our altitude. Yeah. Wait till you reach our speed limit on the highway, then you can unbuckle yourself and move about the cabin.
Oh, it's changed so much, man. Good Lord. Oh, it's so different. I don't know if I say it's for the better, right? Because like safety protocols, and we learn so much from it. But I think as long as you learn from it and don't I'm very overprotective when it comes to safety with my kids. But like, if I see them fall on their scooter or bike, I'm like, "Are you all right? Tough it out," But it's like, if I put them in a vehicle that's going to be going 70 miles per hour, I'm gonna,
Yeah.
you pick and choose where they're going to learn their lessons. I don't think a highway is one spot to learn a lesson. Like, oh, just toughen it out. Oh, we just got a head-on crash at 75 miles per hour. Like, I don't think I can walk that one off.
You'll buff it out. It'll be fine.
You'll be all
Throw
right,
some
kid.
dirt on it.
I've seen worse. Well,
My arm's missing. You'll be all right.
you've got an extra.
That's why God gave you two.
Come a long way. Oh man, that's wild.
Oh.
So wild.
Let's see. We pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, we not much MLR going on, so obviously we're not going to cover that. We'll start covering
I haven't seen
MLR
any.
once. We'll build up some articles and stuff to talk about, but once the World Cup's over, we'll go back to our by the time MLR is over, MLR, dumbass Clay.
It'll be TRU season.
Yeah, I say TRU.
They already released the D4 schedule. I know that.
They may have, but our team has not released it to us. So
no. The only thing I heard
every
about
other team
Kingwood
has their
was we got
schedule listed.
a match against Woodlands in like November, I think.
I'm not playing, but
that's about it. Yeah.
Team photographer.
It's like the D4 squad or the D4 teams now are Kingwood, Woodlands, Hurt, which are now the henchmen.
Yeah.
For their D4 side, and Chupacabra, I think.
Did Space City decide to join or no? No.
They have not.
Yeah, at least you don't have to travel.
Honestly, though, I don't blame them. Like, because is IGR part of USA Rugby? I don't think so.
What's IDR?
IGR, International Gay Rugby.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know IGR existed. Is it separate? I didn't realize that existed.
I don't know if it's separate. I don't know if they work in
teams, but I thought
together. Do they get sipped under a big scissoring together?
I thought they were under TRU. I didn't know they had their own.
Yeah, I don't know how they do the insurance. Oh, maybe I gotta ask somebody. I know I'll have to ask Eric. I think Eric still plays over there. Or Steve knows. I can talk to Steve about it.
So they want to be included, but they want their own organization.
You know what? I don't blame them to not want to be part of USA Rugby.
Yeah.
That fucking shit show.
Yeah, right. They saw their opportunity to get away and took it. They said, hey, we'll just say it's because we're gay. But,
to be fair, like there's a lot of we got two different college program, like rugby programs going on, right?
Yeah,
and then here in Texas, we don't even have all the referees aren't even working together. There's like two different referee league programs. Like what?
You mean it's chaos?
Everybody's there's no cohesion. Everybody's like, fuck you, do my own thing.
Fuck you guys, I'm going home.
If you don't like what I'm gonna go start my own thing with blackjack and hookers.
Be an interesting league.
Okay, badass league.
Sober people in it. But
the Famigo League.
The Famigo League. Famigo League. Something else I was gonna say. Fucking train of thought left the station, man. Goodbye, train of thought. It was nice knowing you while you were there.
I can't think of anything.
Whatever.
Well, I'd say that wraps this one up.
Wrap it up like a Jimmy.
Wrap it up. All right. Well, I guess we'll see you cocksuckers next week. I'm setting this timestamp. We're dedicated. We're back into it.
Make your picks.
We're recording.
Watch rugby. Grow rugby. Be rugby. Learn rugby.
Be rugby.
Make love to
Follow
rugby.
us on Twitter, Instagram.
What's X now?
Talk shit to us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on X.
Talk shit.
Fucking
Next
X.
week we may bring you a food review from a Rugger-owned food truck. How about them apples?
Oh,
you never know what we're
shit.
gonna bring. How about that?
Wild card.
How about that?
Fucking wild card.
How you like that?
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Mm.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, right. See you cocksuckers later.
Buenos dias, pendejos.
Something went wrong stopping. Please reload